Hello there, everybody. It is I, your friendly hamburger pal, King Mac, and welcome to this special presentation on YouTube. All month long, for the month of June, we bring you the second annual Female Protagonist Gaming Month here on TTBurger 88. We will be covering video games starring female lead protagonists, ranging from action-adventure, survival horror, and other video game genres. Be sure to grab a hot fresh cheeseburger, some delicious golden french fries, a tasty milkshake, and a nice soft drink. Thank you all for watching, and now here is Tony, aka TTBurger88, to bring you TTBurger Game Reviews Female Protagonist Edition on YouTube.
NEFFEX. Yeah. I never take doubt as a lesson. I never second guess it.
What's going on, my friends? It's Tony here, bringing you more TTBurger game reviews here on YouTube. And we are continuing Female Protagonist Game 1 and continuing episode 234, the first multiple part game review of the Female Protagonist Month, episode 234, part 1 of 2. And today we have a franchise I'm sure a lot of people are popular with here. And before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Friggin' HD, SubZeroMNX for King Mac. I also want to give a shout out to these YouTube channels here, Sadet the Lamia, Meg, Go Stay Silent, Black Healer. Check them out, they're awesome as well. I also want to give a shout out to everyone who has supported this channel for like 6 years. If it weren't for you guys, this channel wouldn't be as big as it is today. But we gotta get started here. But before we get started with this two-part review here, let's check on our pal from Texas, Trixie, and see how she's catching up with that dance contest and everything. So howdy, Trixie. What's going on here there in Texas today?
Back to you, Tony. Everything is going well here, as you can guess. Because you know me.
Well, that's awesome. Keep up the good work. You can do it.
Totally, Tony. So, what game do we have on the agenda today?
Well, today is a two-part episode on that series that plays like a TV show and you have dialogue choices that affect the game and more.
Oh, you mean the game where you play as that little miss? The one named Maxine Caulfield. And in the prequel, you play as her good friend, Chloe Price.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, an interesting choice there. Let's hear what you have to say about these games. So, take it away, Tony.
You got it, Trixie. And those of you who are wondering what that series is, it's the Life is Strange franchise. And we're looking at two of the games here. Part 1 we're going to look at Life is Strange. In part 2 we look at the prequel, Life is Strange Before the Storm. Now I know there is Life is Strange 2 and Life is Strange 3, True Colors, stuff like that, but I only want to take a look at the games that have the Arcadia Bay and stuff like that and everything, and that have to focus on the characters Max and Chloe and stuff like that. So that's why I'm focusing on those. But we have a lot to talk about here. Let's get started with Life is Strange by Dontnod Entertainment and Square Enix for the PlayStation 4, PC, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and more. Released on October 20th, 2015, a day before my 27th birthday. Life is Strange is a great game with a great story and likable characters. It plays out like a TV series with plot twists and turns and surprises. I remember first playing this at a friend's house and I enjoyed it and got the game a day later, and I was excited and impressed with how the game turned out. However, there are some problems though that I had with it, but it's still a great game for sure. Let's get started here. For the story, there will be some spoilers here to explain the story best way I can, so I apologize for that if I spoil the game for anybody. The story puts you in the role of 18-year-old Maxine Caulfield, aka Max Caulfield, a student at Blackwell Academy in the fictional town of Arcadia Bay in the state of Oregon. Max is a senior at the academy who likes photography. We start the story in Mark Jefferson's photography class where Max has a dream of a tornado wiping out the town of Arcadia Bay. She then wakes up and is back in reality. After the lecture, Max goes to the bathroom and sees a student, Nathan Prescott, talking to himself. Then sees another student who is asking him for money and more, and he gets all worked up and shoots this student stuff. And Max reaches out her arms and sees that time has been rewound, realizes that she has the power to rewind time, and saves the female student, who she realizes is her best friend Chloe Price, who she has not seen in 5 years. Chloe then tells her of Rachel Amber, a girl she was good friends with who disappeared, and they believe Nathan Prescott and his family are involved along with Chloe's stepfather, David Maxine, and more. They try to find out what is causing everything in Arcadia Bay because the weird weather, it's snowing, and the eclipse, and of course with everything going on with the Prescotts and Rachel and stuff, and what's causing all these things to go wrong, and with the tornado that Max had in her dreams. It's a great story, and a lot of plot twists and turns, and when you get further into the game, it gets darker and deeper. The presentation of Life is Strange, great graphics, not the best graphics, but still great graphics overall. The character models look detailed and have great facial animations along with the environments which look great and feel alive, a lot to interact with. And the frame rate is smooth. Only problems though is that the game's textures are low res, and while they still look good, they seem a little low res and just really not the best in my opinion in there. And also the lip syncing is delayed most of the time, so it just makes the characters just look like they're sock puppets instead at times, stuff like this. But let's move on here. The sound, I love the sound better than the graphics. The voice setting is top notch, especially from Hannah Tell and Ashley Berg who voiced Max and Chloe. The music is a lot of licensed songs and original songs for the game, but I had to turn off the music to avoid copyright claims, and I wish not to do that because with no music, the game just feels different without the music on. But still great sound, I loved it. Gameplay is simple like a choice selection TV show, and it's great with a few complaints. Life is Strange is similar to games like Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human and Beyond Two Souls, where your choices affect the story in the game. As Max, you spend the game finding out what is going on in Arcadia Bay, you interact with fellow students on campus, solving puzzles, looking for clues, making dollar choices to find out everything going on in Arcadia Bay, and more. Your choices can affect the outcome of certain characters, and the coolest feature is the butterfly effect that allows Max to rewind time, to fix events from happening negatively, or go back to a conversation by asking the right questions to get further into the game. Example, student Kate Marsh tries to commit suicide in the game, and Max has to stop her. If you pick the right choices, you can save Kate. If you pick the wrong choices, she jumps off the roof, and you cannot rewind time because there are certain parts of the game will not let you use the power. Other times you can rewind like it makes you wish it was so easy in real life to rewind time if you made a mistake. Like for example, there is a character called Victoria Chase, the queen bee of the school. When she and her friends get paint all over her, you can choose to comfort her or laugh at her. These affect the game later on when you see these characters again. But it's a cool feature to use. There are a small amount of choices and situations that do not affect the game still, but still fun to play and try out to see what happens. You can fall in love in the game, you can make or break friendships along with interacting with things in the environment, like a remote controlled drone or checking computers and phones and being polite or rude to people. Life is Strange, like I said, plays like a made-for-TV series broken up into 5 episodes. And they are long episodes, like 2 hours or so. And the game keeps you on your feet wondering what will happen next. When the game was first released, each episode was released individually at different release dates. In my opinion, for these type of games, it's good to always wait till the whole game is made available. That way you're not waiting what's going to happen next. And you can play them like when you feel like it. It was a blast to play. I know the Quantum Dream games and Until Dawn were better in my opinion, but still a lot of fun, memorable moments. But we have some negatives here. Some of the characters in the game are unlikable, especially David Maxine, Nathan Prescott, and Victoria Chase. Even Chloe can be a little bit unlikable at times. And while the voice setting is great, some of the lines of dialogue sound a bit over the top or hammy, and some excessive padding in certain parts of the game. Still a fun game overall. Final thoughts: if you like games where they're like graphic visual novels or that, or graphic stories or that, or like dialogue log stories or that, or games like a lot of story in them, Life is Strange is the way to go for sure. I give it a 9 out of 10 because of the problems I have with it, but still a good game that should not be overlooked, especially if you're into those big stories for sure. So Trixie, are you still with us? What did you think of the first Life is Strange?
A very cool game indeed, Tony. Even if we have some unlikable characters that are total bitches, but hey, at least Max and Chloe are cool.
Totally, Trixie. I knew you would enjoy it for sure. Very story-driven game and one of the best.
Totally, Life is Strange, Tony. And so is this game, but that doesn't mean it's bad. What's in the next episode for Life is Strange?
Well, part 2 we're going to look at the prequel to Life is Strange titled Life is Strange Before the Storm, starring Chloe Price this time, and we get to play as her.
Oh, nice! Chloe got some time to shine! But what about Life is Strange True Colors? That has a female protag in it.
Well, that game is not based on the events of Arcadia Bay and has new characters in it, just like Life is Strange 2. Just wanted to focus on the games that focus on the events of Max and Chloe and stuff like that.
Yeah, I understand. Maybe next sometime in the future you can look at it.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan, Trixie. Be on the lookout for that in the future as well. But we'll also be on the lookout for more female protagonist games coming up after this. But right now, we got part 2 of episode 234 coming up. So be on the lookout for the next episode.
Sounds good, Tony. But now I must be going. I do need to practice for that dance contest. So until next time, Tony. Bye-bye.
Bye, Trixie. Well, there you have it, people. Next part, we're gonna look at Life is Strange Before the Storm, starring Chloe Price. Which all I gotta say is Tony, peace out, have a good day, and see you all in the next episode. Take care, everybody.
I use my only method, all these words that I've invested, I don't hope that they're impressive, I just hope that they're effective.